Hello and welcome to Studio 415. On today's show, you'll see how students' mental health is affected by COVID and where they can get help. You'll see how the school is being cleaned every day. And you'll see how one student has made his way into the wall of flame at least 17 times. All that and more coming up next.
The mask wearing was something that, was just we were gonna have to kind of help with, and people have done a great job.
Lauren doing the winking of the eye look. Oh, Sophia's getting close to her mouth.
If they want to try to beat my record, that's fine, but I don't think they can do it.
Welcome to Studio 415. I'm Noah Shearer. The 2.5 months of quarantine last school year brought mixed feelings to the students at Carroll. Isolation from the world helped keep students safe from COVID, but created other mental health problems. Studio 415 reporter Trace Muley joins us in the studio with what those problems were.
According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the pandemic has taken its toll on Americans through the increase of stress, fear, and anxiety. In my story, I talked to students about that reality and one place where they can find help.
March 13th, a Friday in which students and staff were told they will not be returning the following week, was a day many students celebrated. However, not a single one could have speculated the challenges of the coming future. When it came to online learning, senior Sam Stricker didn't know what to expect.
Honestly, kind of unsure what that would look like, but at the same time I was kind of happy. I would think oh, I'm going to hang out with my friends, it's going to be a lot better, but that wasn't the case.
6 months into COVID, Stricker is still hopeful for the best. He has kept this hopefulness even while still in a pandemic.
Honestly, being in school during a pandemic is better than being at home. It distracts me, and you don't see as much stuff on the news or social media and things like that.
Senior Dylan Floyd believes that the hardest part of quarantine was the increasing isolation.
Obviously not seeing my friends. Also not participating in sports and stuff. I really like social interaction. So not being able to talk to people on a daily basis besides my family was kind of tough on me. But also not playing golf, that also took effect on me quite a bit.
Although students might feel trapped by the pandemic, there are always people at the school willing to help. One of them being Mrs. KRIDER, the SAP counselor.
One of my biggest goals was with my job as itself is just to be here as a resource and as a support to provide the supportive mental health services to students.
KRIDER goes more into depth on how students should not feel afraid to visit her if they are having any problems.
I think students should get in contact with me if you feel like you're struggling with anything, if you have mental health needs, if you're having thoughts of self-harm or suicide, substance abuse, anything like that.
If you ever feel like you need help or someone to talk to, Mrs. KRIDER is located in Student Services, or you can email her at samantha.krider@nax.k12.in.us. For Studio 415, I'm Trace Muley.
Due to the pandemic, the CHS community has to adapt to new cleaning procedures that extend further than just the students and staff. Studio 415 reporter Michael Kane has the story.
On the morning of August 12th, the doors of Carroll High School were open to the students once again. With the plans and preparations to come back to school dating to June, the NAX community eagerly awaited the school's response to questions about student safety protocols. Principal Brandon Bidding believes that there are 3 precautions that the students and staff should take to stay healthy and keep school open.
The mask wearing was something that, we were gonna have to kind of help with, and people have done a great job. The clean hands in, clean hands out motto, as far as just having hand sanitizer available in each classroom, and probably the biggest, most important thing is if you're sick, stay home.
Hand sanitizer is one way that students and staff can do their part to keep school open. However, keeping the building clean falls to the janitorial staff of Carroll. Head custodian Barney says that Carroll rooms get a deep cleaning every night.
Every room gets these guns gone through them at night, and it shoots a vapor mist out through the room, and it causes it to adhere to every surface it touches. So within 5 minutes, the room's disinfected.
While the staff provided insight into the process, some students described what they see as well.
I think that a lot of people don't really understand why we do it, and if people really were to look behind it and look at the benefits of it, I think it would be much understood why it's a good thing.
I see a few students coming in my class without sanitizing when they walk in, and then they'll go and start touching things, which is very unsanitary during this unprecedented time.
With numbers sloping off from a steep incline at the start of the year, and currently no vaccine, Superintendent Chris Himsel believes that we have navigated COVID well. He asks for our continued cooperation so we can keep our schools open. For Studio 415, I'm Michael Kane.
Morning temperatures have been chilly, and after school, the sun has been able to warm us up. Weather specialist Fu Lee will let us know if that trend will continue.
Thanks, Noah. From our Great Lakes up here in Michigan, it's projected to rain Tuesday, where the precipitation will move northeast into New York and the states up above. But if we take a closer look into Fort Wayne, there will be no sign of rain all week in the Midwest. Wednesday will be sunny with a high of 65, and after school, one can expect the temperature to drop just a tad below into the low 60s, and if we move into the night, there will be a low of 43. As the season transitions into autumn, the nights are getting cooler, so make sure you start bundling up. Moving into Thursday, the morning is going to be mid-40s, so start your car early, make sure you're warm, and make sure you get the frost off the windshields. It'll be a high of 67 throughout the afternoon, and a low of 42, partly cloudy. Now taking an overview into the rest of the week, Friday will be partly cloudy and warmer than Thursday. It'll have a high of 74 and a low of 57. The Chargers take on Concordia that night, where the kickoff is expected to be roughly 70 degrees, but it'll drop significantly as the games continues into the low 60s. Make sure you bring a sweatshirt and blanket to stay warm. And then finishing the week off, Saturday, sunshine will be all day long. In the morning, the cross countries take on sectionals at Northrop, where it'll be mid-50s, and in the afternoon, it'll be a high of 78 and a low of 56. Following into Sunday, the temperature begins to get colder, where it'll be a high of 56 and a low of 49. Back to you, Noah.
This week's Charger Challenge has students facing off against each other with cookies. Host Andy Newman brings us the action.
Welcome to Season 3, Week 4 of the Charger Challenge. I'm your host, Andy Newman, and today we're going to have 3 contestants doing a cookie face competition, all to win. Studio 415 Cup 3.
I'm Karina New from Carroll Elementary, and I'm going to win because that's just how the cookie crumbles.
Hi, my name is Lauren Feely, and I went to Perry Hill Elementary, and I'm going to win because I'm homecoming queen.
I'm Sophia KOEHLINGER from Oakview Elementary, and I'm definitely not going to win.
All right, guys, your objective is to get the cookie from your forehead into your mouth without any use of your hands. You guys ready? You know what you're doing? All right, you can go in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, this is extremely hard. Sophia with the first drop. Lauren with another drop. Karina trying to get it around her nose. Nope, you cannot use your hands, Karina. I see you. Lauren doing the winking of the eye look. Oh, Sophia's getting close to her mouth, and that is a drop for Karina and for Sophia. Lauren getting it around her nose. She just blew it up even farther. She's trying to get around. Oh, and it just dropped. You got to be diligent. You got to be good. Karina shaking her head, bobbing up and down. Is she going to get it? Is she going to get it around her nose? It's on her cheek. It's by her tongue. Oh, it's in! Karina has just won this challenge. So disappointing to everyone else. So sorry. After the challenge, Karina New has won. How do you feel, ma'am?
I'm so proud. I'd like to thank my mom and my dad for this opportunity.
Sophia, how do you feel?
Well, I kind of predicted it, so.
That's true. Lauren?
I feel good because I got a snack out of it.
She did get a snack. Charger Challenge.
Some of you might recognize him as the 6'8" kid frequently seen on the basketball court. However, in the past year, he's been starting to be known for much more. Studio 415 reporter AJ Bain has more on the story.
Although most visit Wings Etc. to have a nice, enjoyable meal or watch sports, others, such as Logan Lankenau, take a stab at the Wall of Flame Challenge. It is composed of eating 16 jumbo wings drenched in a habanero sauce without a single drop of water. Compared to a jalapeno, which is 2,500 Scoville units, these signature wings clock in at a 300,000. Individuals who attempt to face this challenge struggle to finish it their first time. If they do complete it, it is usually a one-time deal. Logan Lankenau, however, is on the wall 17 times. While he continues to add to this total, this was not always his intention.
Well, ever since the first time, I beat the record of 9, so I just want to keep setting the bar as high as I can.
Since that November night football game last year, this reoccurring event has gotten him recognized by fellow peers, customers, waiters, and hosts.
I've probably seen him more than 10 times. Everyone here at Wings knows him. He always does the wall challenge. We know that's what he's coming in for.
The prize for this accomplishment is a picture on the wall alongside other winners and a t-shirt. Logan's mother feels that her influence has been minimal on his actions.
It's been his own interest. I mean, we support him and encourage him in anything he does, you know, school, basketball, eating peppers until you blow up. I mean, that's his thing. That's what he does. We support that.
Since his reputation seems to stand the test of time, Logan Lankenau is confident no one else can compete with him.
I'd always encourage anyone else to try to beat my record here. I think it'd be very difficult for them to eat that many wings, but I'd invite them to try and do it.
If you're looking to try this challenge for yourself, you can find Wings Etc. here off DuPont Road by Kroger. For Studio 415, I'm AJ Bain.
That's all we have time for today. Thanks for watching. If there's a story you'd like us to cover, please let us know. For all of us here at Studio 415, have a great week, Carroll.
Sunny days and friendly smiles, walk the halls with me. Studio 415.